307 Reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris. You guys
Yeah.
are the best audience in the world, and you've proven it over and over and over again. You keep showing up.
Yes.
However, there are, I checked because we check people, 131,000 of you a month. 131,000 of you that aren't subscribed to our channel that we get views for. So, all of you 131,000 right now, before we get into this, just scroll up a little bit. There's this little red thing. I think they're white now. The buttons are white. Depending on how your background is on YouTube, it's either white or red.
Oh, yeah, because you can do the negative.
Yeah, you can do the contrasting thing. So it says subscribe in it. Just go ahead and click that. There's a little bell next to it. Click it, set it to all, and then you're done. Don't worry. We're not going to take up your feed. We're not going to control your timeline, anything like that.
We just give you one little poke a day.
One video a day. That's all we do. Most people, most content creators out there are doing more than that.
6,
you know what I mean?
7,
So
12.
So we're not those guys. We just want to share the love, and we just want to hang out with you guys. So, anyways, with that, speaking of hanging out with you guys and sharing the love, hog fries, home fries. What's up, everybody?
Yeah,
they're on the screen. You know they're on the screen. You clicked on it. You saw the thumbnail. It's Understand by Home Free.
You guys are like, it's about damn time.
Yeah, no shit.
And then it goes into Felicity was anyway.
Yeah. It is
however that song goes.
It is about damn time. You're right.
Yes.
But that's the thing is we only shoot 2 days a week. So if these videos come out on a Thursday or a Friday, we've already shot the following week's videos that week. So when we film them, they don't come out until the next week.
Yes.
So if they release it on a Thursday, it doesn't air until 2 Mondays from that Thursday.
Yes.
If we put it first. So that's how it works. Anyways, long story short, should we just get into it?
Short story long. Let's get after it.
People love it when we just draw
like,
out
why
these
is your
intros,
intro
so.
all the way like 5 minutes, and then the music starts at like 7?
You know, that reminds me of a very long story that I have about. Like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Home Free. Subscribe to them as well. Let's see what they have to say.
Little Top Gun action.
I like it.
I might not know the reason for the changing of the season, but I know how I feel about this when it comes to birds and the bees and chemistry, baby. You and me, we're a perfect fit in a world where anything goes. Out of control, girl, it's good to know there's a heart of gold and someone to hold.
Okay,
Dude, this is such a bop.
This is definitely a bop.
I'm loving this,
Sorry,
man.
I gotta find just the right.
Chemistry, baby, you and me, we're a perfect fit in a world where anything goes. Out of control, girl, it's good to know there's a heart.
Okay, right there. That's a good enough.
Okay.
Number one, great bop. Okay,
Dude,
I know we're 26 seconds.
I'm
into
still
it,
like
don't
vibing
care.
to it, dude. I'm like,
Very
So good.
island vibes.
It's so good, man.
But that plane right behind him is a Cessna, whatever the number is.
Sure.
Okay. Now, this is what my dad does in his free time. He actually knows how to fly those, and he teaches people how to fly those single engine or single prop planes.
Is this the one that he's building also?
The one that he's building is significantly newer than that one.
Okay.
But the one that he flies and teaches people is literally almost looks identical.
Really? Okay.
But yeah, so just a little tidbit for you guys. My dad does the whole plane thing. He teaches people how to fly. He does all that.
Now, do they have these chained to the ground so that they don't roll away?
Yeah.
Basically, because
I mean, they have brakes on them. But
if the wind gets picking up enough, right, it can like
and
get
it
under
does
the
around
wings
here,
and start
okay.
like moving them, right? You would think so. I don't know how it works, you guys.
So here's the deal, right? So any car that you have, okay, I'm gonna use a car because that's what I do every day.
That's your job. That's your world.
So you take a car, you set the parking brake, right? You do the same thing on a plane. It's got a parking brake, okay? Now, if you let it sit for months and months and months and months and months, you go to let that brake down. Sure, it might feel like it goes down.
Oh, it didn't actually come down.
But sometimes those shoes are seized.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, same thing with a plane. Most people who have small planes like this don't fly every day.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Yeah.
They don't fly commercially. They're not, they may fly the thing, 6 times during the summer, and it's like a boat, right?
Right.
Unless you live in a place where you can use a boat year-round. Typically, the boat goes in for the summer, and then it comes back out and sits all winter. Okay, same kind of thing with a plane. So, rather than setting a parking brake and have things seize, you tie the plane down.
That makes sense. And then if it starts drifting a little bit or whatever.
Yeah, that's when the chain just catches it.
Catch
It's like
it and
whatever.
hold it on. It's a tether. It's just tethered to the ground. Yeah.
So
I like it. I know nothing about aviation, so I'm just learning.
I'm
learning so much.
Very little.
All right, here we go.
In a world where anything goes out of control, girl, it's good to know there's a heart of gold and someone to hold back home waiting on me. There's a lot of things I can't figure out, like how a 737 gets off the ground when a prayer goes
Hey,
up.
dude,
and
same.
answer comes down. What you doing with me right here, right now? Why am I such a lucky man? Head on my shoulder, hand in my hand. It'll always be a mystery. Yeah, there's just some things I don't need to understand.
Whoa, take it easy there, Gary.
Dude.
Jeez.
That was really good, man.
Now I'm curious. Okay, let me know in the comments if you caught my reference. Okay, he sounds like Gary. It's either Gary Laveau or Gary Lavox.
Oh,
he is the lead singer for Rascal Flatts.
Oh, okay.
Tell
That's why
me
I don't know.
that Rob did not sound like him.
Okay.
Let
I wouldn't know,
let's
but
back it up.
you guys tell Chris.
Take a journey with me, okay? Rob, fucking kill it, bro. Let's go.
Dude, it's just such a
dude,
good,
I love the scenery.
so
I love
good,
the planes, man.
I love the thing. Tim's like, there's some things I don't understand,
like how a 747 gets off the ground.
dude, vibe. Like, I understand. Listen, I
why
understand.
do aircraft carriers float?
I understand the concept of that thing too. Like, I understand the concept of jet engines and you know, propulsion and all that stuff.
And then the low
down
pressure
force
and high
and-
pressure.
and that whole
make
thing,
the
it
wings
just-
do the thing like
when you're standing next to a 747 or like you're in the
or a
airport
C5 Galaxy or something.
or
God.
you're in the airport and you see one of those international flights, those double-decker planes, and you see it rolling by. You're like, how is that thing about to fly over an ocean?
Yeah.
Literally, that thing is gonna just jet over an ocean. See ya in 18 hours or whatever it is. Like, fucking crazy. I don't get it. So
science is crazy,
dude.
bro.
It's amazing. Like, we shouldn't be able to do that
Like-
stuff, and we just do it. So much so that there's like air traffic going on all the time. Like, look up a map of the FedEx routes that come out of like wherever it is in like Kentucky or whatever, their main hub for their ship. Dude, the flight schedule is nuts. It's absolutely insane, dude.
Dude, when I was in DC, just sitting there watching the planes, I'm not kidding. They'd have 8 planes waiting on the taxiway, and one takes off, and then you're like, well, what the hell's going on? Oh, one's landed, and then another one, and
You saw the ones in Vegas when you came in, dude. You like as you're coming into Vegas, you can basically watch other planes start to line up behind you as you're coming down the land. Like, it's so synchronized, man. It's wild. So the whole plane concept it blows my mind. I don't get it. It's unbelievable.
How do you take a skyscraper, put a tarmac on the top of it, and just throw it in the ocean? And throw some guns on that bitch and call it a day.
That's another one. Like, how do ships float? What is that? What? I don't understand, guys. Let's listen. Let's listen.
Like how a 737 gets off the ground when a prayer goes up and answer comes down. What you doing with me right here, right now?
Rascal Flatts.
Why am I such a lucky man? Head on my shoulder, hand in my hand. It'll always be a mystery. Yeah, there's just some things I don't need to understand.
God, he sounds just like him, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy ride. I don't know how my mind decides which moments become memories.
There you go.
You're gonna keep alive. Come on, baby. What you say we make some more tonight. There's a lot of things I can't figure out, like how a 737 gets off the ground when a prayer goes up and answer comes down. What you doing with me right here, right now? Why am I such a lucky man? Head on my shoulder, hand in my hand. It'll always be a mystery. Yeah, there's just some things I don't need to understand. How the moon causes oceans to rise.
Man.
We have to go back like 15 seconds or something like that. How is Adam Rupp doing these accented snare notes on top of the regular? Like, it's like he's hitting the snare in different areas, man.
Yeah. By the way, they moved that plane. It's way over there at the end of the tarmac
it is,
now.
yeah, it is.
Interesting.
Is that the same plane?
Yeah, that one on the left. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How? Like, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Like here. He on some of these fills, it's like he changes stick position and he like smacks it differently. I get it in sample manipulation because all you do is change the velocity and it changes the way the snare sounds. But with your voice, he still has the same sound. It just hits harder. Like, I don't get it, dude. I don't understand it.
Am I such a lucky man? Head on my shoulder, hand in my hand. It'll always be a mystery. Yeah, there's just some things I don't need to understand.
Like, how does he hit harder?
I don't know, man.
How the moon causes oceans to rise, and where the time goes when There's just some things I don't need to understand.
Damn.
Dude,
That's
those chords, those collective chords. They did a
So
couple of
good.
collective chords right there at the end. They
Yeah.
were both really nice, man.
Yeah. No, man, I love the whole message of the song. Like, if you guys go back to earlier this week, we there was 3 videos that just hit on truth, right? So in the song, they're like, I don't understand why you love me or why this relationship works. But, like, I don't understand a lot of things. I don't understand how planes fly. I don't understand how a prayer goes up and an answer comes down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
I don't understand how boats float with a bunch of cars and shit on them, planes on them. You can literally put a boat in the ocean and put planes on it that
And
can take
tanks
off from the
and- yeah.
boat. What is going? You put runways on the ocean that just float across the sea.
Like, and
What?
And they go. I don't understand how the moon affects the tides. I don't understand. There's a lot of things you don't understand, but like you look around and realize that this is the truth of how things work, and like I'm blanking on his name, Jordan Peterson.
There you go.
Like Jordan Peterson said, once you find out what the truth is, you have to have faith in that truth and that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to because you have faith in that truth and something that's not.
Detach yourself from the end
Yes.
result and
Yes.
and just believe in what you're saying. And
Yes.
as long as what you are saying is 100% honest and truthful, and you 100% fully believe in what you are saying, the end result will always be better.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's logical.
And that's these guys saying, I'm just gonna have faith in the truth of what I see around me, and understand that it just works, and I'm gonna live in it, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna live my life. Like, I like that. That's cool.
This was such a bop, man. This was such a bop.
It was.
The
I
mix is
almost
so
want to
good.
go back and hit it again.
I know. Like, I just want to, like, I definitely want to hear it again, man. I'm telling you, there's something about that drummer. There's something about
Man,
that drummer, you
something
guys,
about
is
that
that
guy.
it just hits different with
Yeah.
we talk about these vocal groups and being in different arenas and things like that, and this is what sets them apart. Now I understand there's a little piece of all of them that kind of sets them apart. That's why they're the group
Yeah.
that they are, right? That's why
Yeah.
Pentatonics is who they are. Voice Play, all Voctive, all those guys. That's why they are the groups they are.
Yes.
However, there is something about the way that Adam can manipulate a drum sound that that the other groups don't quite have.
Yeah.
And I think it's because you guys have said he came up as a drummer and an instrumentalist, and he has that kind of musical sensibility in him. He knows how drums are supposed to be hit, and like I said, if you hit the snare drum in a different spot, it makes a different tone. It affects the tonality. It affects the strike, the compression of the drum, and he can manipulate that in his voice because he knows. Because he can watch himself do that on a drum set and understand how his hands are hitting the drums.
You know, I wonder when he's doing these arrangements if he plays it out on a real drum set first and then beatboxes with it.
I don't know if I asked him that when I met him or not, but that would have been a damn good question.
That would have been a damn good question.
Can't say I remember. I was drinking Long Island.
Hey, Rupp, if you come up on this video, hit us up on Instagram. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because to me, that would, like, if I was practicing
way to do it.
beatboxing and if I knew how to play drums, that's the way I would do it. I would sit down. Okay, how does that sound? Then try to manipulate that sound with my voice as closely as I could.
Yeah. Or at least, even for him, since he's a little bit more advanced than we are, just a tiny bit, maybe it's a good way for him to get a base idea on what kind of sound he wants to emulate.
He wants to make.
Like, do I want it to be vintage? Do I want it to be modern? Do I want it to be heavy? Do I want it to be, because all of that exists in the world of drums. Like, vintage drum sets sound different than modern drum sets, sound different than metal drum sets, sound different than jazz drum sets. You know what I mean? So, like, so it's either way, it would be you're right, it'd be a good jumping off point to figure out like where you wanted to go for it.
Yeah.
I think, who knows? Yeah, if you come across it, man, if any of you guys do, let us know. If you guys know.
Because I feel like it's less, well, I mean, once again, don't know how to play the drums. What the fuck do I know?
Don't worry, it doesn't take that long. We can teach you by the end of the night.
It seems like it would be easier to, it seems like you would tire yourself out faster beatboxing for an hour over trying to practice this one thing and see what I like and what I don't like than it would be to sit down at a drum set and maybe he has an electronic kit, maybe he has a legit kit with some mics set up in a room, and just go, I'm going to practice the first verse, and then he'll go ahead and play the first verse on the drum kit, and then pause it, listen back, I don't like that, delete it, and then do it again, and then just save the recordings he likes, and then practice that through the week.
Yeah, and that's
right.
and being able to, I think it would probably give you a really good perception on how you were going to map it once you actually got in front of the microphone too, because the fills kind of, and you kind of know like how you want to attack it again, like how you want to hit the drums, and like how you want the sound to come out of it. Some of those snare hits where he's doing basically ghost notes in between like rim shots on there.
That would make more sense to me when he's live and he's doing his drum solos. You'll see him play it out. And
I'm sure he's got pads back there that help him loop and help him do some other shit.
Well, here's what I'm getting at. It would make more sense if he practiced that drum solo vocally, or if he practiced that drum solo acoustically. I don't fucking know. Like pick another word, any word.
Yeah.
But he like sits down a drum set and does his drum solo, and then practices beatboxing with it. And then when he goes to actually beatbox it, he can feel himself hitting all the things because he just was doing it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Ago.
Yeah. He gets a good idea for mapping it because he knows exactly how he wanted it to sound. So he knows how his hand movements were going, so he can see that while he's producing the sound from his mouth.
And then when he's performing, he actually does the hand movements.
And you can see him sometimes like doing the things. So like you can tell he practiced a little bit on like how he wanted it to come out.
Yeah.
So like
let us know.
What an incredible talent to have to be able to play the drums and beatbox the drums in the same vein. Like, man,
damn,
that's got to be a production dream.
Well, I didn't know they added Gary to the fucking roster, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
overalls, man,
he
killed that. Like I gotta say, everybody was impressive.
They all did
a
great job.
Tim opened up just fantastic.
Chance was in there doing his thing for a couple of bars, right?
Yeah.
He had a small section in there. They all did great, man. This was awesome. 5 out of 5 material all day. Again, it's these groups, man. They set the bar and then they just keep meeting it or succeeding it every time. They just never miss, man. It's crazy. They're so good, so good.
Well, anyway,
that's it. Let's get out of here.
If you guys like this video as much as we did,
Hog Fam,
go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Fly on over to the fucking bell thing.
Ding dong.
Okay.
Don't fly to the ding dong. Just fly to the bell.
Yeah. Just fly over to the bell. Click all. And the exits are both over both the wings. Okay,
notification
the
screen.
And the rears, okay?
Notification bros. What we should do we should do a compilation of all the ones that have missed.
Oh yeah.
Started off with Derek's just.
Anyway, go ahead and click that bell, turn it to all, become part of the notification gang, and we'll see y'all next time. Bow.
All right, dude.
This